Why do you have to be so cloudy when I'm trying to film? Ugh. Good morning, book fighters. It's a cloudy, sad lighting Tuesday. Sorry for the unexciting intro. We all can't meet John Green. Dan, whatever. Okay. Today's video will come to you in 3 parts. Never done a part video before. This is kind of exciting. Part 1. The book that I read last week, which was... forgot to put it on top of my pile. Thunk. Which was The Realm of the Gods by Tamora Pierce. I'm gonna do what I seem to be doing all the time and tell you right now that I can't really tell you much about the story of this particular book because it's the last one and I don't want to spoil them for you if you ever feel the hankering urge to read them. Hankering urge? I don't think that word means what you think it means, Lauren. Whatever. If you ever want to read them, I don't want to spoil them for you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, it's the second quartet in all the Tortall books that Tamora Pierce has written. The first quartet is the Song of the Lioness Quartet. This is the second one. This is the Immortals Quartet. The third one is the Protector of the Small Quartet. All of them take place in this fantastical fantasy world called Tortall, which has a whole bunch of other fancy lands and such in it. I can show you a map. I've learned that in my years of reading fantasy novels, the best fantasy novels tend to have maps in the beginning. Maps. See? Maps. I love maps. I love books that have maps. Maps make the book better. I don't know if that's a thing. I have never read a bad fantasy novel if it had a map in it. Maps tend to make the book better. I don't know what that is. But they all take place there, and there's knights and fun times, and if you like fantasy and medieval type books, read them. They're good, especially if you like strong female characters, which I'm pretty sure I talked about last time, so I'm not going to talk about it again. There we go. Part number 2, the book that I'm going to be reading this week. So I don't want to always be that girl that's going to be like, I can't tell you about my book because it's the last one in the series, which I seem to be turning into, so I feel kind of bad. So I'm going to read the first one in a series finally, so I can actually tell you what it's about. I'm going to be reading The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. It's his second series after Percy Jackson, The Olympians. And this one I've been really excited to read for a while. I've had it for a while and I haven't really had the chance to read it. So hopefully I won't be so busy this week. Then I'll be able to get through it because it's kind of large-ish. Not quite the 800 pages that Game of Thrones was, but hopefully. I'm going to try to finish it so I don't feel like a sissy, because if Dan can finish an 800-page book, then I should be able to finish a 400-page book, you know. So yeah, I'm super excited for this one. So we'll talk more about that one next week. Part 3, Dan's Punishment. Dan, you didn't read your book, and as awesome as your intro from John was, you must be punished. I am bad at thinking of punishment ideas, and unfortunately I have to go first because I am Tuesday and you are Monday, and that's how it works. So I had to ask for some help from my friends, and together we came up with nothing. So I was left yet again to think of one by myself. So this is what I came up with. Your punishment idea, should you choose to accept it, would be to go out onto a public street corner where there should hopefully be people passing by at fairly regular intervals, otherwise if there's no one there this is no fun, with a book of either Shakespearean sonnets of the romantic type or monologues from assorted plays, and attempt to woo anyone, men, women, small children, not in a creepy way, Sounds creepy. Don't woo the small children. That would be bad. I think that's illegal everywhere. Anyway, but give them something to enjoy. Read them out loud to the people as they walk by with exaggerated hand gestures, preferably maybe even a costume. If you could get a feathery hat, that would be fun. I don't know. If I could send you a feathery hat, I would, but I don't have one. All I have is a unicorn on a stick. He's right here. That had nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to show you my unicorn. I named him Kevin. Yeah. So, I really wish I could think of a question to pose to you, but question to think of. Something relating to what I've talked about. Kevin, do you have any ideas for a question? You're useless to me, Kevin. Well, the unicorn doesn't have any questions, and I don't have any questions, and I don't have anything to add to the Lord of the Rings speak, because I've never read them, even though now I feel like I should, because I feel really out of the loop, even though I can agree with all of you on the fact that they did, you know, change the fantasy genre, which is awesome, because as we can see from all of our book choices, we tend to read a lot of fantasy. My unicorn. So I'm going to go now. Sarah, I will see you tomorrow, and book fighters, fare thee well.